Okay, we are live right here with a beautiful woman, the matriarch of a family where you were shared. With what I heard is your husband died, who's right in the background. Tell me about what you love most about him, and tell us who you are and what you love most about your husband.
My name is Ellen Cunningham. I was raised in Indianapolis, Indiana. I met my husband when I was 16 years old, married him when I was 17 years old. I have had no life without my husband,
Wow.
and he introduced me to a life that I thank God I was exposed to.
Mm.
I met a president of the United States. I met senators and mayors, and nothing that could have happened to me had I remained in Indianapolis.
Wow.
And my husband and I kind of grew up together. We had two wonderful children and two, one grandchild and one great grandchild. And both loved our children so much.
Yes.
We both build our lives around each other. I really am having problems at this moment trying to figure out how I am going to have a life without him. But I know God is good. He does not make mistakes. He took my husband first. And he will take care of whatever needs to be taken care of.
Yes.
I trust in him that much.
Yes.
But I had a wonderful life with this man, and I thank God for it.
Yes. I love it. What do you love most about him?
We both came from nothing. We both got introduced to something, and we both learned to appreciate that something with a passion.
Wow.
And that main thing in the passion was the two kids we were given.
Wow.
And we were allowed to be a part of them. And they were allowed, as they became adults, to be a part of our lives.
Yes.
Robert and I both shared the same understanding about what it meant to be parents.
What does that mean to you guys? What did parenting mean? Because it sounds like you were the parent to the whole neighborhood. Your friends all came up there and said, I'm a part of the Cunningham family. I'm a part of the Cunningham family. So what is so fair? What does family mean to you?
Just remember that they were people. And my husband made the statement to Melanie one time and didn't understand a decision we had made about some problem involved in her. That we had never been parents before. And they had never been children before.
Right.
So we were trying to figure it all out. And we were doing the best job we could to figure it out and still give them the happiness they deserve.
Wow. I love it. So many of the other of their friends, you all took them in like they were family too. So what advice would you provide to parents right now who might be struggling or for children who don't have examples of what parenthood looked like, with the love that you offered to the neighborhood? What advice would you share to someone who is like, that's nice, but that wasn't my life? What would you say to them?
Trust in God. You must trust in God. I did not have an ideal upbringing. My parents did the best they could with what they had. But I knew what was lacking with me in parenting. And I wanted to make sure my kids did not experience that.
I love it. I love Mr. Restaurant. If you can lower it down just a little bit, thank you. No problem. Sorry, I love that. I love that so much. So, can I ask you, when you were out there and you talked about Melanie, you said, you know what, he passed. You said, I was almost going to be okay with the family ceremony that you had, but then Melanie was like, not on my watch. My daddy gonna have a thing. So, and you were like, I'm so glad she did. Tell us about this concept of a celebration of life. I was born Baptist, so we do celebrations of life. Why was it so important, and how do you feel post celebration of life that was the right thing to do?
When Robert passed, first of all, after I got over the shock of his passing, rather than mine going 1st, I was, with all of my health problems, it was just a fact in my mind that I thought I would go first. And when Robert passed, it was such a shock to me to kind of figure out what life would be like without him. I chose to make his passing a finality matter in my a finality matter in my life. Once he died, he's gone. Now, how do I move on? Melanie got me to understand it wasn't all about me. I had Melanie, Audrey, Tiffany, and Jaylene to deal with. And they wanted to make sure that they did something that the world would know what they thought about their dad and granddad and great granddad. And even though I didn't agree with her, I figured, why not? If this is what she wants, go ahead and agree to it. After she set it up, I got involved in it, and I came to the conclusion this was the best thing she could have done. And I love her for doing it. I love it. I know it's late. We got granddaughter here. Have a seat real quick. Last question. What final words would you say to young people about fatherhood, for those of us who didn't necessarily have such a brilliant man in their lives? Any words that you would share? If you always keep God at the forefront, he is going to make it okay. Whatever ever comes up in your life. Nice. If you put God first, he's gonna make it okay. Oftentimes when you're growing up, you kind of zero in on all the things you are lacking. And what's so sad about what you don't have. Trust God to give you advice on what you have. Mama, preach. Preach. Wow. Well, I know it's been a long day. There's more to come. We're actually leading a series called Continuing MLK's Dream. It's part of the Better Together Empowerment Series and Living Powerfully. So I'll come back to you and I'll ask you some more questions, and we'll share your wisdom, because I think that's part of it, right? So we look forward to interviewing you and bringing some more of your wisdom to those of us who didn't have such wonderful parents like you. Anytime. I love it. Honored to do that. Well, this is my passion. I love it. And the beautiful girl, any final words?
She said it all. She sure did.
I love you both. More to come. Yes. Wow. That was so powerful.